Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before you are tantalized in your pleasure centers for tonight's broadcast of the Bald and Bonkers Show, we must inform you that sadly, due to the powers that be that constantly spy on you 24/7, 7 days a week, your time, we are unable to provide the usual plethora of music and visual stimuli to ease your short attention spans. My name is Heldog from the planet, and we hope you enjoy this broadcast. Wait a minute.
Hey, what's this dude?
Billy Ray,
What?
what do you have there?
Thing?
Put that damn thing down, Billy Ray.
What's
Hey, Billy.
this? What's this?
I thought we were going to stop bringing dumbass rednecks up here. Crap, this thing's still on. Okay. Enjoy the show!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a show, what a night it has been.
You're right about that. You're right about that. I was just actually, I was on the phone there tweeting is out into the interweb, you know. Yeah.
Oh, that's good because I need to slap a new warning on the freaking intros after what happened last time. My God, I still have people messaging me talking about the stuff that happened to them.
Yeah, I think you need to have like an emergency alert that you have in like a nuclear power station when it goes into meltdown. Warning before
May as well.
to this, don't turn into a raving lunatic. But who's in the chat there? Look at those amazing people. There's somebody I've not seen for a while. Dobby Sock. Hello,
Yeah.
Dobby Sock.
Dobby!
And Ghost Squad Scotland. That's my new channel, guys. Where I go around Scotland. I'll have to get.
I was about to say, who the hell was that idiot?
I have to get a plug, guys. But see, Ghost Squad Scotland there, guys. I really appreciate if you all went and gave a subscribe to that. Because
You're breaking up with me. Are you breaking up with me?
No! No. Can it tell? It's a wee kind of place. I go down all the castles of Scotland and stuff like that. And Sherry likes it. Sherry's always commenting and things. Isn't you, Sherry?
Oh, Scotland is absolutely stunning, and some of the places that you go to and that are really, really pretty. And I've got a thing about castles and stuff, so I'm really loving the castle and the church bits. Really,
I'm
really
going I'm going to a castle.
Go over and check it out, guys. Really beautiful places.
Yes. So Dakota, last night was fantastic, wasn't it? You were taking up in the spaceship. You were taking to the planet Zorn. You know, with the promise they would give you a hair transplant, but fell through. Because they didn't have enough.
I just want my Pleiadian locks back, man. Come on.
Oh, come on. See, that's the thing. I don't like having hair in my head. I like being bald. Do you know when it does grow? Because I do have side bits of a comb over kind of thing. I just shave it straight off it, and I use a razor. I just take it off.
Yeah, that's what I do too. But I've also scalped my head quite a few times to where it won't come back at all in certain spots. I don't even have feeling in most parts of my head because I scalped it so bad.
Feeling. I think, you see, for Halloween, guys, what do you think, guys? Now, remember, give a thumbs up and sharing this video, but what do you think, guys? For Halloween, do you not think that Dakota should get himself a wig? What do you think, Sherry?
A wig?
A blonde wig. He could have a fan set up in the background and it could blow his hair.
Dude, you've seen me wear wigs.
Oh yes, that was a long time ago though. That was what, a couple of years
ago.
You
look like a couple of bald eggs. That's from your brother.
Who said that?
Where did he post that?
Drew.
On the YouTube.
Hey. Do you know, that's my brother there, and he's pissed off at me because I taken all his money off him in poker on the Xbox. I'm sorry, Drew, but I'm going to do the same tomorrow night.
Fictional money.
No, he's still buying it. He had to buy it because he's poor.
Oh dear Lord.
There's Elfin
Moonblade, dude. We could have used you last night, brother.
We could have. We needed a sacrificial lamb for the aliens, you know. We could have get the table out and everything.
Oh God, no, man. It's like, oh, I I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be putting up applications to find a new co-host.
What?
Be sure to go to baldandbonkers.net.
Terrible. See the people out there in the interspace, what do you call it, in the podcast world that can't see us. Just imagine me as a handsome Roger Moore, Scottish actor guy, and think of Dakota as a kind of older, wise guy that you would see in TV a lot in the mid 60s or something like that, But Sherry, yes, you're great too. What?
That's all you got to say for Sherry.
Sherry's amazing. Sherry's absolutely fantastic. Most beautifulest woman on the internet. There you go, Sherry.
Okay, what
Don't
discount
put any
did you give?
hexes.
What discount did you give him on your sex toys there, Sherry?
That would be telling Dakota, wouldn't it?
Is that the blue fluffy handcuffs?
We don't want to be letting people know the secrets of what you guys buy from me behind the closed doors, do we now?
Oh,
Elfin Moonblade. Hey, Dobby, so that's my other channel.
This is a joke, so do not be trying to message me to see if I've got erotic sex toys, because I do not yet anyway.
It's okay. We can build you a store, Sherry.
Yeah, we can build you. He can build you a store. I don't do that, and I just wander about. Just look like the pair.
Do you know what? I actually wouldn't be that bothered about doing a store like that. Yeah, I think it would be a bit weird. Like I said, some people would probably get a bit freaked out on that by some stuff I'd probably put in it, but
yeah,
I don't feel weird about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm quite comfortable and at home with it. So
yeah.
Rudy, you do know there's helplines for stuff like that, right?
Don't worry, but wait for the extraterrestrials to come to this planet. They'll be wanting to experience new things. We just need to point her towards Sherry. We'll put her in
what the hell? I am not going to be giving the extraterrestrial dildos and stuff. You know what I mean?
We'll say, look, there's Sherry there. Take them to your shop, and she'll tell you everything.
You know, the problem with that as well is they're not going to know what the hell it is or how to use it. So I'm going to have to show them, but like how to use it on their areas. I don't think that's going to go down too well.
Well, let me just say from experience, Sherry, you both feel what the other partner feels when that is taking place.
But that's going to be an understatement with an extraterrestrial standing there, because that's going to be overpower.
Yeah, why do you think I had 2 kids with one?
It could be worse. It could have.
I'm not trying to make a joke here, though.
Aye, but here's the thing, right? There's Elfin Moonblade. What do you think?
Saying. You know, I
Change
think
the subject.
There's not going about extraterrestrial sex, guys.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Sherry Shop will be opening soon. We will keep you updated. So anyway, what other things happened last night? I mean, did anybody in the chat watching last night feel anything, or did you have any weird dreams?
He's like, what the hell is happening? This is what happens when you deal with genuine extraterrestrials. Your arch is out the window. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Don't you worry, Moonblade. Don't you worry, Moonblade. There's a treat in store for you next week.
You might want to watch last night's episode when you get a chance, man, to understand what we're talking about, because this is supposed to be kind of a follow-up, because we did a little bit of an experiment, and as always, shit got weird.
It always gets weird with us, though. That's the thing,
Yeah, a little experiment that went rather big.
It went a wee bit away. I will admit that. It did go a wee bit away when Dakota went into a trance. But my friend Alan was watching his phone. He thought that you were possessed. He thought he'd been watching the film The Exorcist. He was waiting for your head to start spinning.
Yeah, but they seem to think that, don't they? Ain't you noticed that is actually a phase when you do this sort of stuff? Like, look at me the first time when I went over and Dakota had to get me out, and people thought I was possessed, and I wasn't. It's just where I was. I was traveling and going to the other side of it.
Well, this is what happens when there's active suppression efforts, misinformation, and people just not paying the fuck attention.
There was a bit of weird stuff happening last night, because I noticed the signal would drop out when you started talking about certain things.
Yeah.
I think, and I've noticed today that some of the tweets that I tweeted last night didn't make it out for some weird reason. I do think there's a bit of shadow banning going on
And
in this kind of field.
I'm just gonna say this. I made a couple different versions of that tone we played on the show. There's the one that made it onto the show. There's one I snuck into the new documentary trailer, as well as a 30-minute one that also charges up the human chakras before it sends out that signal. So that way it kind of imprints. And what was that?
Dash.
Oh.
Yes. It's
like, did we just catch an EVP or?
No, that's the dog making weird noises.
In the background. Why don't you play a little bit in the trailer? The trailer. What do you call it? The tones tonight. Just a very small, maybe 10-second long.
I think this is something that Moonblade will be very interested in because, brother, you would love to hear some of the recent updates that this obviously won't let us tell.
Yeah. And unless Moonblade wants to join us, because it's one of those things, because he's into the CE5 protocol stuff and all that.
Well,
You're welcome to join us. You're welcome to join us if you want.
He's more welcome to join us anytime.
Do we not have Moonblade next week with Lewis?
Do we?
Let me check the calendar.
I know. It's like I know we have Craig Campbell Basso coming back to talk about his new book.
Yes.
But...
Young Padawan, but let me check here and let me see.
Well, remember our original plan? It kind of canceled on us.
That's right. No, it's the 23rd of October, and it's Lewis and Moonblade.
That'll definitely be an
not next week, but the week after. That will be interesting. It really will, you know. But why don't you play a little bit of it for everybody?
Are you sure?
You know,
because you seem to have PTSD when I was playing it earlier.
That'll be fine.
I'm asking as a friend.
It'll be fine. Look, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
Spontaneous combustion due to too many energies trying to interact with your own.
I've got plenty of water and I've got my vape pen, so I'm happy, you know. On you go.
The vape pen goes to blow up? I don't know.
I don't know. If it blows up and you hear a mad bang and an explosion and a flash of light, you know, and burning plastic stuck to the top of my bald head, you'll know that it's your fault because you played the game.
Oh, happy birthday for you the 22nd.
What's that, Kiki? The 23rd is good for me. The 22nd is the birthday. Oh, we'll have to do something.
Oh, we definitely.
We'll have to. Right?
Oh, we'll definitely have something for him ready.
We'll get something ready for you.
All right, so shall we play? Because
just 20 seconds long, something like that.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
It is a little bit low. Moonblade said he can hardly hear it.
Can you not hear it? It's not loud for me. question for you. Do you think that would sound any different if it was underwater?
Likely.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but the whales come to mind. Whale sound, and I don't know if Moonblade agrees here. It's like the whale noises they make under the sea. I mean, I feel weird, I'm all tingly and all that kind of stuff, but you're welcome to join us, Moonblade, but it's quite intense, that tone. Sherry was getting affected there. Dakota, you were starting to like zone out.
Yeah, then you turn it off. I actually like that tone. I don't know why. It seems to really relax me in that, but at the same time, it really does give you a lot of energy in that. It's weird.
It'd be interesting to try that underwater to see what would happen.
I think that'd sound quite interesting underwater.
Yeah, Moonblade, I'll send you through Facebook real quick.
No. You didn't.
Yeah, I just said I would.
Oh, popped it in the chat, man. Chat. You know, so if MD in the kind of podcast side feels anything, please visit our YouTube page and leave a comment, because I would like to see something, and this is something I've always wanted to test. Like, see the tones. What do you think would happen if someone that was blind heard them?
That would definitely be interesting.
I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's weird. Why? Think about it. Imagine you to blindfold yourself and then listen to it. Because obviously
I have actually done that. Put the blindfold over my face.
Because when I listen to this stuff, I use like noise cancelling headphones. Hey, Moonblade.
Hey.
Hello. I think with blind people, you think they can't see, so that a lot of their other senses are very much open. So I think that, like, where they can't see through the eyes, they see through the mind itself, don't they? So I think they would get a very interesting effect from the tones.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's even with the CE5.
Yeah,
a blind person trying it to see what they see inside their head maybe matches up with what normal people can see in the sky. What's your opinion on this, Moonblade? What's your opinion on the new tones?
It's all good. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it just really felt to me like the tone and the frequency, the vibration. It was where for me personally, I go with more higher tone and vibration. Like, to me, it's how would you put it? Like the lower, like the you know, more like calls to the lower vibrational beings, where the higher calls out to the higher beings of light and love. So that tone, in that sense, it made me feel a bit uncomfortable, because I'm like, look, I'm putting in a block here. I'm not, resonating to the lower vibrations.
What's your opinion on that?
Okay, so I see an Ankh in it, which is, a symbol of eternal life, yada yada yada. And the designs around the Ankh diamond, I feel that that's like flower of life. Alongside with these with the star points. Looking at the outer edge, like it looks like there's like two like little barcodes in some of these places. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's like little picture things and like little lines.
That's the tone.
Yeah.
No, that image is. Oh,
All right. Although the image itself felt, pretty peaceful. Eternal life, flower of life. Um, I'm not exactly sure on the outer rim what the little pictures were. I saw iron cross and a circle, and it looks like
It looks like there's one that's an eye.
yeah,
You've got a circle with a cross in it. You've got one that looks like a 7 with a line in it, and then you've got one that looks like a sort of a L with a exclamation mark.
Aye, but I think you're talking about the kind of like pixelated squares that's in the outer ring.
yeah. On the outside, there's
Yeah.
you see the little black bars that split up each of the little white segments, and some of them
Yeah.
look like they're barcodes.
Yeah.
Dakota.
that's binary.
Being a computer tech, I probably should have picked that up, but okay. Yeah,
Yes.
binary is just a sequence of numbers a sequence of numbers that represent a number or a letter within on the keyboard that translates. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some things I feel about binary that aren't particularly positive. Binary within say barcodes, they're used to what's the word for it? They're used to catalog, and certain tones that are put, or certain binary codes that are put into tones can actually catalog. If you're resonating on that level, it can catalog you.
Really? I did not know that. There you go. It's quite interesting. I find it a very interesting. Can you bring that picture up again, Dakota? Because I find it. Obviously, you can see the centre. It's obviously the same as obviously that I've got in my hand right now. I mean, that's. But you can see the writing at the very top. Can any of you see the writing at the top and then the writing at the bottom? Very faint writing.
Yep. In the stars.
Yeah.
In the star shape.
Yeah, you can. Can't really make it out, but yeah.
That's quite interesting. That Dakota, can you fill us in on what that is?
Cuneiform.
Yeah.
Ancient Sumerian.
Right. So what is it? What is it saying? That would be the question that I would have.
Well, it's a good thing you're talking to the designer. It's essentially an invitation. The hidden message in the binary, in the kind of a Stargate sort of design, it's supposed to represent the Galactic Federation, the message, the symbol for Earth, and this signal going out to Jupiter.
It's quite interesting. See, after I seen that last night, I had a dream about that in my head. Afterwards, and no straight afterwards. I mean, like when I went to bed. It's weird how it keeps coming back, and it's something that's like how you can't remember it. I can remember it, but it's like when I see it now, it seems so familiar. It's weird, right? It's weird. See, if you look at it and listen to the tones at the same time, something weird happens.
Yeah, I said the same. I said the same about the other video that he made, the one that's where you've got like the hole where it's going through, and that I'd said to you Dakota previously that I'd been seeing some sort of swell thing that was turning up in the sky, and now I see some ship that was coming through it. And when I was watching that, it was very much like what I was seeing in his video, but the colours were different. And obviously the prominent purple I see a lot because that's associated with the planet that I'm connected to. So it was really bizarre. It was like looking at my dream, but just different colours. You know what I mean? Like I just.
But here's the thing, right? I want you to try this tonight, everybody. I don't know if Dakota's willing to do it or not. Is put that up, right, and play those tones, just for like 30 seconds. Keep 30 seconds only. Do not listen to it for any longer than 30 seconds, because that's when it starts to take you. It's like a cut-off point. Mm-hmm.
Just watch carefully.
Can you cut it off to New Dakota? Can you take that down for a minute? That is so weird. Did anybody hear them talking in the background? I could hear somebody talking.
I want to say I heard something happening, but I think I also got outside interference from neighbors and stuff doing stuff, so it could have been.
Like, I'll tell you what's happening with me, right? And it always happens with me if I listen to the tones and I stare at the cube. You ken what I'm talking about, the cube. You can, and I always make an ass it when I pronounce it. Dakota kens what I'm talking about. It moves about for you. It does. It's like an optical illusion. It moves about, right? When I stare at that, when you've got your binary code, see where you've got like the kind of loose barcode, but it's no. You ken what I'm talking about? Dark spaces or squares, right? They start to like come out towards me. It's like it's weird. It's like an optical illusion. But you see the middle section, it starts to move. You get me what I'm trying to say here? It's like a compass.
Yeah.
It's like pointing to certain things. It's weird. If you stare at it enough, it's weird. What were you seeing, Moonblade? What would you see when you were staring at that?
E?
Yes.
So, focusing within the Ankh, the outside ring with the binary barcodes and everything started like looking like it was um I don't
Expanding.
yeah, this was expanding and like becoming a tunnel. So when I pulled myself back out and I was looking, I see how it was designed, like the picture was designed that way with like the little white squares have this little flare off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're paintbrushing and you just, you know,
Mhm.
kind of to show like movement within,
Mhm.
like, say, comics, they do draw the lines. Well, this was, yeah. So
Aye.
so from what I was realizing is that, as you stare more at the center, those they become wispy and start
Mhm.
expanding out, around your head.
Yes.
Like you're starting to go into a tunnel.
Aye. But with me, it's the same kind of thing. But it's as if it's like a clock face. It's as if that in the center slowly moves for me, and then it slowly goes off, and it slowly moves again. It's weird. It's like a total optical illusion. Right? It's a total optical illusion. Sherry, what did you feel?
Well, as you know, with me, when I listen to tones and stuff, I intend to just go off in myself. So at first, I was obviously focusing on the picture and like what Moonblade was saying. I was noticing that there was movement to the outside of the circle, like it was moving through something. But then I lost vision because I started going into my trance state where they communicate. So everything just went. It was just like I was in like a white circle. I heard something like you were saying. I thought I heard somebody speak, and it was very close to me. But I was like, maybe I was hearing things like. It
For
was really
me,
weird.
it felt like it was coming behind me.
It was at the
It's quite
side of me.
interesting what Moonblade said about it coming round about you.
Yeah, no, that's
Right?
what I felt. I felt like I was inside something, and then it just went blurry because obviously I was going. So then I wasn't seeing the picture anymore.
Dakota,
Right.
what were you feeling there?
I would be biased. I'm the one that made it.
Oh, come on. What have you experienced by staring at that and listening to the tones?
It was built to operate as an astral stargate. But that particular one, like I said, includes the same message written in a few different ways to someone in particular. Probably take those things out.
I think if you stared at that long enough, if you listen to it, if you like a set of noise cancelling headphones with that playing, right, and you sat in a dark room and just stared at that on an
It
iPad,
sounds really weird, but you guys sound like you're talking inside a tin.
Yeah.
Dakota and Chris's mics have gone weird.
we sound weird.
Like now you're back again. Like you went like sounded really tinny, like you was low. Both of you was, and now you've come back.
See, that's weird that because that happens with Mike quite a lot, and that usually means there's something.
I know there's something around because I can feel it around.
Nah,
I don't feel
but
like I'm fully here.
Dakota, can that picture? Can you send me that picture and I'll share it with everybody else if he's all want a copy. And I'm going to try that tonight. I'm going to sit and I'm just going to stare at it with the tones playing.
Why don't you just watch the video I posted earlier today?
No, it's just something. There's just something telling me to look at it like a total white. Is it total white background? Aye, it's got to be total white background. Oh, what's he set fire to his room there?
No, just saging.
You don't have much to worry about there, Moonblade.
I know. Like I believe that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm pretty cautious about my energy nowadays. What happens with my energy and how my energy can affect others, especially now that I'm out with in the public with my job.
Mm.
So just always being cautious, always wanting to be on the safe side.
Yeah, no, I do. I normally burn things as well, and that just to keep.
I don't
grounded.
feel that there's any negativity about that.
Oh no,
at all.
there's not.
I feel that there's a. It's like the key's been turned. It's like a doorway. I wonder what's behind that when it opens up fully. It's different for what happens when you do your trance work and all that kind of stuff. There's something else going to happen. I think it's like letting go of fear and letting go of everything. You have to before you can actually open that. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And it's weird. That's the feeling I get. That's the feeling I get. You have to let go of everything before you attempt it.
So that would be something to work on then, or but of course behind the scenes, not something to do online.
I wouldn't personally. If you're doing it yourself, guys, please be very careful in what you're doing. And Dakota's the man. Dakota, what's the precautions you should take?
Just if you start to feel a headache, turn it off. Because it will exercise you past your limits.
Yeah, I think it'll take you places, but if you're not ready to go to the places, it might hurt you.
It can.
Yeah. Got a lot of people for Facebook tonight. Hello, Heather. Hello, Stephen. I just that picture. It remembers me of something, but I don't know what it remembers me of. It's like a distant memory.
So it's a way to open up a door. It's a key to open up a door.
Yes. But where does it take you? That's the
And within
question.
that door is going to be, the how would you put it? Behind that door is going to be answers to which questions you are asking.
I don't
And
think there'll be
yet-
answers to questions. I think there'll be something else. Something that you've always known and always will know.
Right. Always known, aside from, because we forget everything when we come down. So it would be like, I guess, a remembrance. But, it would be, behind doors are always answers to questions, whether you've asked them out loud or whether, it's something that you've asked in your mind. And like, the questions that everybody asks, are we alone? What happens when yada
You
yada
die.
yada.
For me, I feel it's more like a transition. When you buck up the courage to go through it, and today, I don't know if Dakota or Sherry agree with me here, it's when you give up fear itself.
Yeah.
It lets you through. And when it lets you through, it's like a new beginning. It's no like obviously you wake up again, you're like stoating about your house and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is it's like a new beginning. It's so hard. I don't know where this is coming from. Dakota can maybe translate. Dakota, what's your opinion? Nope. Is Dakota frozen?
No, Mister.
No, he's
He's in his own place.
That's what.
I'm feeling a bit funny as well, so
Yeah. Is
and my
anybody
eyes
else?
keep going weird. They keep doing weird things.
I've got a kind of technique where I imagine a door and I shut the door. Imagine a door and I shut the door and I don't let them past. If I open the door, well, that's
Yeah.
too late. But I've got the door shut now, so I envisaged a door that's shut.
Close that door. You do not want to close that door.
Why?
For who's coming?
So he's away again, guys.
There are some doorways that you keep open for reasons, because they're
Yes.
coming through for a reason. Okay, so that what he's saying is the one that he's performed and the one that you're seeing, if you don't shut the door on that, because it's got a relevance. And like Marine Blade was saying, that doorways are messages and answers to things that you ask. Yeah, they are, but doorways can also be a place to other dimensions and other places that we're once part of. So I experience doorways in different ways. Sometimes I will go into a place and I'll go to the planets that I'm attached to. Sometimes I'll go there and it answers me questions to things that I've been wondering about. It really does depend, but you do have to have a clear mind. You don't have to fear. If you fear, that really does block
It does.
a lot
The
of
fear.
what you can do. Like, you need to not be, you can't fear doing things like this. You need to be in control. You have to.
That's what's wrong with this planet. The new people don't fully believe. They're all for you
Belief is a big
enlightenment and
thing.
stuff like that, and they want aliens to come and all that kind of stuff, and they're all for this and all for that, but they still fear. They fear something when they go to do these kind of things. And I think whoever they are, why they came, I don't know. They want you to throw that out the window. They don't want you to come. They want you to come without fear.
They
Yeah,
don't
think
want
about
you to
it.
have fear, but you think why people have fear. If you think all of these years and all of these decades where we've been told that they're not real, they're not this, they're not that, you should, if they are, you should fear them. They're coming down to cause war. They're doing this, they're doing that. Of course,
No,
you've got fear
look,
about them. But
this is
that's
what
why it is good having people like us that know what their true intentions and things are. So,
look.
it's going to take a lot of work to bring people around. People are starting to, but you got to think, we've got all of those years that we've got to wipe from people's heads and say that that's all lies that you've been told. That's all been illusion. Them telling you it's not real. They're not
It's
chasing
fearmonger.
spaceships, they're not doing this.
That's what I'm going to say, right? Is they're saying, "Oh, the aliens are coming to kill us or eat us," right?
They're not.
No, let's look at it in this fact. They're millions of years more advanced, right? They could easily destroy this planet without easily. Oh, look, there's an asteroid. Oops, I've bumped it, and it will kill the entire planet, right? They could easily destroy this planet, but they don't.
Oh yeah, they do.
I think they want us
got no
to
intentions of doing
grow.
that.
They want us to open the doorway. They want us to become something better for ourselves, right?
They want us to become what we was already set to be, but because things happened in the world, we changed. They're trying to bring us back from that. They're not here to cause war.
Oh no.
Yeah, there are good and bad in everything, and there are some of them out there that are trying to take us off the place of this earth, but most of them are here looking after us and looking out for us, trying to bring you back to where you belong. Okay, but that's what you got to realize. Like, when people say, well, how can they exist in that, like, and they're going about the earth, the earth was formed by God and all this. The earth was formed by many things, and many energies. That's how I look at it. Okay, and the earth started in a star system far away. We are an alien species, that is formed by other alien species, and it's just opening to that. We've been many different lives, we have been many different things, and we can't make people believe, but
eventually,
you do need to open. You do need to realize where you come from, and that they're a lot closer to you than you think.
But here's the thing, right? See, we're going through this kind of transitional period now, right? Maybe eventually, once we do join them, and once the day come down, and once it's a new era on this earth, right? Maybe in 1,000 years from now, or 10,000 years from now, we'll be on another planet, helping that planet do exactly the same as what we've went through. Obviously,
Well, yeah,
not us,
but some of
we're
us are
dead,
already
but we
part
will.
of planets. Some of us have sufficient duties to those planets. It's just that we've some of us we've chosen to come here to educate others, to help this planet. We know the ET generation for a long, long time have known that there's certain ways and fixtures in this world that is happening. They know the change is coming. Like when you hear people go on with the world's ending, it's not ending in the way that there isn't going to be humanity anymore. It's ending in the way that things are changing. The way you know the world now, the way you know how to live now, is no more. You will become something else. You will live and be another way, and
I
that's what
will,
you've got to endure.
I
You
will
know,
say this, Dakota, or whoever you are, what is your name, out of curiosity, that's speaking to
it's not
Dakota right
Dakota.
now? Aye, what's your name? Giving you the
But
opportunity.
I hear you're particularly fond of one of my commanders.
That's weird to hear, son.
Ashtar.
Can
Am
you
I
hear
correct?
Him too. You also have to realize there is more than one collective.
Right.
There are many.
You said you met Valthor.
Wait, Thor? As in
Valfor.
Commander Valthor?
Yeah.
You have to be careful. He has a brother who looks just like him. Still on the same side. You do not remember me, do you?
Mm-mm.
When you were younger.
I have to say, a lot of my memories from back then are gone.
They're never truly gone. Oppressed, maybe. You and I have met before. Before he came here, Dakota was an officer within the Galactic Federation. He aided in the rescue, part of his duties, I should say, aided in the rescue of abducted children.
I do apologize. I'm not able to place at this point.
That's fine. It takes some time for most. The Anunnaki are back. They've been back in this solar system for about a year. Ink is the one that message is for. He tried coming through last night, but the signal, he was a little too strong for it.
Weird interference there. You hear that, Shelley? You hear that, Linda?
I hear a tone.
Yeah.
Dakota is being monitored.
It's like a... That's so weird, that, because it was like a...
Sorry for being
The tone that
quiet.
I'm hearing is high pitched.
different from
Yeah,
me.
there's a
What's
voice
that from?
within that noise.
Yeah, I do have a lot that talks here. I know that my guy is stood right next to me at the moment that's talking to me, so I don't know if you're hearing him.
Private chat here. Yeah.
So, what is Dakota here for? The Ascension to help us to realize these things and wake up to this Ascension process.
He hopes he and his family, I know he's talked about having children that are hybrids, as you would know it. He and his family serve to help you fight from the shadows, help bridge the gap. We are from the same lineage as Valthor, for lack of a better word. So we will be among the first to show ourselves, to make the process easier.
In order for that to happen, 1% of the Earth's population needs to help support the change. All it would take would be 1%, right?
In theory. But your solar system has entered a particular pocket within your galaxy, in which you will move to a higher density. The transition is already begun. And the lower vibrational beings, most are gone. The ones that are left that are causing most of the problems in your world right now, they are very human. And they are being forced to hand over the keys, so we can help transition you to where you should have been.
Where we should have been, which to me, I wonder because since everything happens within divine timing, would it be that this is where we should have been, or would it be that this is the divine timing? This, everything happens within that divine timing for the right reasons.
Conflict breeds reason. Conflict is allowed for evolution. It is no secret, most of your kind has known that there are powers which suppress your true potential. That is what I mean. There's a natural progression between a planet's population and their technological development. There's too many of you, but not fancy enough toys, in a manner of speaking. We will help ease that transition. Look towards your moon. You might just see something.
Would you like to say anything, Wembley? Before whoever it is leaves? Have you finished with Dakota, or would you like to say anything else to anybody in this room?
No one has any more questions.
Wemblade, would you like to ask a question?
I do.
Go for it.
Eons and eons ago was the time where what we call ETs could come and go at will. without without the fear of being shot down, hurt, hunted, killed for no good reason. So from what I'm understanding is that that time is coming again, and we are in the midst of changing, helping to change the patterns of belief and thought to help change the vibration, to help change the vibration of Earth, and the fear, to lessen that fear, so that way they can come and go as will again and help us. Is that correct?
You will become them. The Starseed program, as you know it, was created as a bit of a loophole. For one, it helps contaminate the darker ones. It makes you hunted, but also granted extra protections from our end. There will be a transition, yes, but there will also be a time when your world will have an opportunity to join what you know as the Galactic Federation and repeat the process. Some of you have already started seeing the next worlds. And just like you, they assume that you're gods. But just know that there are no gods.
Yeah.
Many of us will work within that analogy because we know that is what you understand. But some don't have the patience. They mean well, but don't see us as higher. See us as equal. And things will go a lot smoother.
In my vast amount of knowledge, I always looked at, I take the ancient alien theory that the technology used back then it was misunderstood technology. And that's, and we had lost our connection to the higher realms, to the higher dimensions, to that higher light and love. And so in that sense, we came to the conclusion that because we don't understand this, it must be God's will, it must be God's work, it must be, and so I feel that this evolution of humans on this earth, this go round, which is, I believe, the sixth time, is is the humans are relating these misunderstood technologies as gods, as devils, or whatever religious deities you believe in. So yeah, I can very much understand that.
I
This
don't think there's
world's very good at marking names and putting names to things,
yeah,
things they do not fully understand.
yeah.
We are all individually different. This world is where it's supposed to be, but this world is changing because of the actions of others. This world is not how it was supposed to be. It changed through vision and through belief, through word of others that did not understand spirituality or understand the real worlds of the universe. So therefore things have been misled. We're here to bring you home, to your true home, to your true places. We're here to educate you. Some of us have put our lives to come here to help you. So that's where the Starseed program comes as well. And this is where Dakota and all of us are you know, Chris, and all of us are trying our very best to reach out to others, and it's going to take time, and that's why we do connect with our other kind, and we do try to give our messages and things over about from them. And you know, this world is full of greed, this world is full of corruption, this world, the beings do not act the way that we intended them to act, so therefore they could be dangerous and unneeded to other planets. They need to learn their full way, they need to learn who they truly are and what they're truly here to be before they can go to other places. That's why we're coming here. We're trying to educate, we're trying to open their eyes, we're trying to show them the truth. So
yeah, it's see, this is what I've got to tell people. There's no hell, and there's just an afterlife. And a lot of people can fathom themselves round about that, because they think that the Bible's always right. They think that if you do bad or you commit a sin, you go to the burning pits of hell, where it doesn't exist.
Well, belief makes reality. So your belief,
Yes.
like if you believe that, then and again, not knocking any religion, not knocking anybody's, wanting to belief of anything. But our beliefs make our realities. So if we believe that, that we have to be good, we have to do everything right, we have to follow each commandment to its fullest every single day, or else you go to this place, hell. That you are creating that reality for yourself. Um, and some people, I know that some people need that backing and you know need to have something like that, something tangible, for them to you know be okay, and that is perfectly okay. That is where they are. And we're all on different parts of our own journeys, so where each individual person is perfectly all right. um but the main thing is that belief creates reality. And so I would say continuing to believe positive is going to have a remarkable change upon your life. Whereas if you continue to beat beat up on yourself, keep those negative tapes going, then all that's going to do is create a sad and hurtful reality. And I think the point of all of this is to see the light within each of one of us, see it within ourselves, and be able to believe in that light, believe in let that belief fill us, so that way we can help others. Right? We're all light workers here. And one of the biggest problems with that we have as light workers is we want to go and we want to help fill everybody else's cup. And I was saying this earlier, something that we need to do for ourselves is fill up our own cups, because we cannot pour from an empty cup. So if we continually use our faith in in ourselves, in our healing powers, in our in our light, but we're not filling our cup, we're not helping anybody. So and I believe that this is something that even the Galactic Federation of Light and Levels say to us, is that we have to take care of ourselves before we embark on taking care of everybody else. We can do it together as long as we are making sure that we are filling our cup up and overflowing into everybody else's cup. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. There's an interesting question in the chat. I find that intriguing. What's your thoughts on that? I'll bring it up for you. Who says it's hell you went to? It's not somewhere that you believe?
Lone Ranger, I'd like to say, if that's, for me, I personally don't believe in a heaven or a hell. I know that's that goes like a lot of our world is, say Christian religion. So a lot of people believe in the heaven and hell. Um, like I said earlier, I believe what your belief is in your reality is what makes your reality. So if you die and you go somewhere and it's not pleasant, a lot of people, anything that's not pleasant, would be considered hell. And in English words. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the word is in any other languages. Um, but in English, you consider that to be hell. Um,
Mhm.
but it's also within the perception that you are seeing this place. So what about, okay, so you die and you go there. What about taking a step outside of your being that is there in this place and taking a look from a different perspective? Our perspectives make our belief systems, which make our reality. So it would be all in a matter of perspective of how you're viewing this place. You know, I'm not sure if that fully answered the question. But that's just what was coming to me is that it's all about perception. It's all about how we perceive our belief systems that create our reality.
Mhm.
It's very interesting. Dakota, would you like to add anything?
Hell is supposed to serve as a bit of a wake-up card, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
You attract it. Chances are you're needing to change something in your life, and you know it. You may not consciously accept that you know it, but you know it.
If I'm going to put it into terms, I would say for me personally, this is just for me and my opinion. Hell for me was before I awoke, before I came to the realization. That to me was, could be construed as hell because I was not aware of all of the um like the law of attraction. I was like before I realized and came to the realization of the law of attraction. I was putting out all this negativity, all of this, self hate, self despise. I want to say despisement. I don't know if that's a word, but
Self-destruction.
yeah, and I was putting all that out, and that's what was coming back to me. So upon coming to the beginning of an awakening, I started waking up to this realization and started to change my perspective on my beliefs. I started to throw out my old beliefs, not just about myself, but about the world around me, the people within my world, or you know whatnot. I started to change how I perceive these things, and to me, that changed my reality to become more of a happy, more of a positive, more of a helpful and healing one, especially for myself. And then that in turn, like throwing a pebble into a pond that is completely, that is completely still, it created ripples. And soon it wasn't just that my perspective was changing me, it was changing those around me. So again, I mean, it basically goes back to the same words. The hell is your perspective of what you are viewing your reality to be.
Very interesting, everything. Very interesting. But we've came to an hour and 10 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week for some amazing guests. I would like to thank Elfin Moonblade for coming on, Sherry, Dakota, and myself, obviously. And I hope you all have a lovely week, guys. We'll talk to you all behind the scenes, guys.
I like
Catch you later.